if you're going through death, if you're going through addiction, if you're going through any traumatic, dire circumstance, I know how painful, I know how insensitive it can seem when someone online tells you that your circumstances don't matter. And today I want to talk about it. I just want to say that this video isn't to shit on coaches, because I am a coach myself. Most people who say that circumstances don't matter. I think the general intention for when people say that is out of a place of empowerment, right? It's a place of them being like, hey, recognize that you are God. Recognize that you are the operant power of your reality. And so I wanted to make it clear that I'm not shitting on anyone when I say this. I just felt compelled today to make a video on this because I know how many people are struggling. I know that whenever it feels like you have something in your life going on, something so massive that you can't just refocus your attention so easily, how it feels when someone minimizes what you're going through. But let me clarify what I think they might mean. You are Source, you are God having a human experience. And therefore, as God, as the universe, it doesn't recognize limitation. It doesn't see circumstances because it is everything. You are everything. You are also your 3D. 3D is an extension of you. So therefore, that's why your circumstances don't matter, because your circumstances really are just the past assumptions, beliefs, and thoughts that you've had. While yes, you are the God of your reality. You are the operant power. This is a journey. And some days, it's easier to step into that God state than others, right? Like, I can fully hear the words, I'm God of my reality. I can even understand that to some varying degrees, but it's a spectrum, it's a scale, right? Some days, we wake up believing that more than others. We are God having a human experience, and part of this experience is, even as people who are introduced into conscious manifestation, even people who are quote-unquote enlightened beings, we still are trapped sometimes into the limitations of thinking of our character, right? The character that I am is playing. This dimension, this game that we're playing, is so good at convincing you that your circumstances matter that sometimes, yeah, we are going to react, right? Like, we're human, that's part of the human experience. But just because you react doesn't make you a bad person. And it doesn't mean that you're not getting your manifestation. See, I believe that it's the continuous identification of your circumstances. So it's you continuously over a period of time identifying with your circumstances and saying, yes, this is true for me, this is who I am. But, if you have a shitty day, right? If you're going through grief, feel that grief. Feel the breakup. I'm not saying that you can't, tell the new story. I feel like we should give each other grace in this community, because we are all one. But we are also God individualized. So we have to remember that everyone is on this journey at different points, at different times. It's not about never reacting to your 3D. It's certainly not about repressing your emotions or your feelings. I think our feelings are a good indicator, and we should lean into our feelings because they are almost like a guidance system, right? Like, they signal the beliefs in us, the thoughts in us that don't align to the higher version of ourselves, the divine consciousness, right? And so while I think it's not necessarily like you don't have to always have the feeling to manifest, but your feelings also work as a guidance system. So that tension, that resistance you feel, that turmoil you feel inside, that's your higher self saying that's not true. Recognize your full power. Step into your full power. It's giving you little nudges lovingly, saying, hey, remember, like, wake up, this is who you are. You are God. You are the I am, individualized as Justin or whatever your name is, right? But we have to stop saying in this community also that, circumstances don't matter. As yourself, playing this character, going through the experience of life, they do matter sometimes. I think people just mean that, circumstances are an illusion in the fact that they are always changing. And when you start to step into the state of knowing that everything works out for you, and that once you decide that you are on your highest timeline, that everything you experience, good or bad, all of that is leading you to experiencing your desire. And I know it doesn't always seem that way in the moment. So in the moment, your circumstances might matter to you. But also validate the fact that everything's always changing. Things are always working out in your favor behind the scenes. And I'm not saying that we have to always identify with the limiting beliefs of others, but we should be uplifting each other as well to say, hey, like, you are the creator of your experience, you're the creator of your reality. I understand that you're going through a hard time. And you feel the feelings, every feeling you need to feel, you feel them. Because this is part of the human experience. But just know that you are greater than all of this. All these situations, all these circumstances, they don't define you. Because you are source, you are divine, you are God. And God is defined by none of that. God is everything. You see, your 3D reality is also God. And it's okay that you've, manifested this experience. It's okay that you're in a place that you don't want to be. Because part of life is contrast. And I don't think a lot of people in this community acknowledge that enough. That there's both sides to the coin of life. But that's okay. That's part of this human experience. Even if you react, you're still going to get what you want. I'm not saying, again, to not imagine something differently. I'm not saying don't tell a new story. I'm not saying don't direct your attention to the stories, to the beliefs, to the thoughts that serve you, that align to this new version of you that's in your wish fulfilled. But also don't beat yourself up because you're human. Sometimes we're going to forget along the way who we truly are, what we truly are as consciousness. You got this. It's okay if you react. It's just, who are you identifying as in the long run? It's okay to have a negative thought, but your circumstances don't define you. Nothing is forever, not the good or the bad. So on this note, I just want to say I love you guys. Thank you for my channel members. Thank you for just clicking on this video and taking the time to really hear what I have to say. And I also have a Discord server, so if you're interested in diving a little bit more deeper and connecting with a like-minded community that is going to explore these topics of Neville Goddard, of manifestation, law of assumption, I would love to have you. On that note, I'll see you in the next one. Peace.